Hey there. In today's product update announcement for August 28th, 2026, I'm excited to show you 9 new features that are going to be available to you in your SimplySub workspace. One of which is our brand new Toolbox Talks and Credential Management System. So without further ado, let's go through each one of the 9 things and let's dig in. So the first thing is going to be our Toolbox Talks. Toolbox Talks allows you to manage your Toolbox Talks and employee credentials in one place. Crews can complete training online, collect signatures, keep training records organized, and more importantly, you can track your employee credentials without relying on separate spreadsheets or paperwork. So the first thing that we're going to do is simply click on our Toolbox Talks. Now from here, this is going to bring you to your main dashboard. Now your screen when you first get here might look similar to this. You've got a couple of options. You can plan a future training, you can start a training right now, or you can just take a second to browse all available training topics, which let's go ahead and let's do that right here. So SimplySub is going to offer to you today, ready to go, out of the box training topics on nearly 800 different topics and training sessions. So this is going to allow you to hit the ground running. You don't need to spend time uploading or creating your own training topics. If you don't have a training department, don't worry about it. Use any one of our nearly 800 topics to kind of get you going. Many of our topics are going to include videos as well. So this includes both English and Spanish. So you can even clone our existing Toolbox Talks, make changes to them, create your own language translations in a wide variety of other supported languages within the system, and I'll show you that all right from here. Now let's go ahead and let's actually start a training, just so you can kind of see what that looks like. So the first thing that we're going to do is, let's say that we wanted to do a bulldozer safety toolbox talk. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to simply click on start training. But if I wanted to add this to my training queue, I could simply click on add as unscheduled. That will put this training in my queue with no due date. So that means it's just going to stay there until I put a due date on it or put a training date on it. I can plan a future training, which is going to queue this and also put a future date. Or I can clone this particular training to my own organization's catalog, where I can then make changes to it, maybe add additional languages to it, or whatever the case may be. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the Spanish version of this, as well as English, and you'll see that it does include a video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on start training. It's going to be for today. I'm going to go ahead and start training. From here, you can see on the left-hand side, we have our topic. All of the SimplySub content is going to be designed in a way that the Toolbox Talk should take about 5 minutes or less. So on the left-hand side, all of our Toolbox Talks are going to follow the same format. Why this matters, common hazards, safety checklist, before, during, and crew talking points, and then what you do and what criteria should be met to stop work immediately. And then, of course, you do have a final reminder down at the bottom. Now, this QR code that you're seeing on my screen, this can absolutely be scanned, and it will bring up a training topic. So the idea is that your crew, you might have 5 crew members attending this Toolbox Talk. You may have 20, 30, 50. Each one of them can simply just scan this QR code from the presenter. So the presenter would turn around, show their iPad, scan the QR code, and then all of your crew members would have available to them a screen that is going to look very similar to this. Now again, on mobile, this is what it will look like. So as you can see here, we've got our safety talk, we've got our various different languages, and of course your crews will be able to open up the video on their personal device as well. So again, this allows them to kind of process the training on their at their own pace, if you will, and looking at their own language. But as you can see here, I'm just going to come through and simply click on attendees. Now from here, as a crew leader or as a supervisor or the person presenting, I can simply click on my crew. That will automatically select all of my crew members that relate to me and my crew. If you have a small crew and you just want to select everybody, you can easily do that as well. But for right now, I'm going to simply click on me and my crew and click on continue. Now this can absolutely be done from a mobile device. So don't think that just because I'm showing this to you on a desktop means that it has to be done on a desktop. Absolutely not. It's designed to work on all of those small screen devices, iPhones, Android tablets, iPads, anything along those lines as well. So the next step in the process is just going to be, where did the training take place? Did it take place at a specific job site? Or maybe not. Maybe it was just at your, I don't know, main yard that everyone meets at in the morning. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and click on submit. And now we're going to start collecting signatures. So again, this is what it looks like on an iPhone. So I can come in here and I can sign, each person's going to sign their name. Below the signature, it's going to show you exactly who's up next. Now the benefit of this is that way everyone can kind of get in sequential order. The crew chief or crew leader can yell out, Carlos, you're up next. Dave, you're up next. Dunwell, you're up after that. And what that does is it speeds up the signing process. So that way we're not fumbling around with trying to get people in order. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Save Signature. Now I'm going to put this back in kind of desktop mode for a moment. And we're going to click on Crew Signature. Now what's going to be great is that you can also toggle which language the person is signing for. If you have Spanish speaking folks, they can sign for the Spanish version. If there's English speaking folks, they can sign for the English version. So again, if we come in here and click on Carlos, we'll go ahead and sign that and click on Save. This is now going to move us through. Now we can see Dave Smith, but maybe Dave is not present. He had to go run and grab something, so he's not able to sign. We're going to go ahead and skip him for right now, and that will move him to the back of the queue again. So we're not going to, you'll never have an employee that's going to hold your signing or your Toolbox talk hostage just because they left and had to go somewhere. So we're going to go ahead and say Dunwell, he is my Spanish guy. And then lastly, we're going to come back over to Dave Smith. And let's say Dave Smith, for whatever reason, he never came back. So we're just going to go ahead and say unable to sign. Never came back to sign. So again, forgive my horrible spelling. There we go. And click on Save Explanation. So now what we're doing is we're not only collecting signatures from your crew, but we're also collecting reasons why someone was not able to sign. That's great for audit purposes in the event that the folks in OSHA decide to show up and start questioning whether or not you are doing your Toolbox talks. As the presenter, I can go ahead and sign my name as well, and then click on Save. And then one more completion confirmation. Are you sure you want to complete? We go ahead and complete it right from there. So now you have a complete Toolbox talk where I can also download a transcript of this Toolbox talk. So again, this is going to be a fully branded PDF document. This will display your company's logo, your company's colors, everything about that particular training session, including the actual training itself. If we scroll past the training though, you're going to start to see all of your employees' signatures, as well as if there's a reason why they could not sign. So absolutely fantastic. Right from here, you've got all the accountability you need in order to be able to produce really solid, very audit friendly and audit ready training records. The topic catalog, again, if we come back on over to here, there's about 800 different topics. You can peruse them. You can filter them by various different categories, electrical, confined space, slips, trips, and falls, you name it. There's a bunch of them in here. And you can also always create your own. So let's say that we have this, this cutting concrete Toolbox talk and we wanted to create our own and create a new language for it. I'm going to simply click on Clone to my own catalog. And you'll see that we've got English and Spanish, but maybe we want a different language. So we're going to go ahead and click on Add Language, and we're going to go ahead and select the language we want. So let's leave it as Portuguese. Now the translation process will take a moment of time, depending upon the length of this particular Toolbox talk. If it's very, very short, it'll only take a second or two. If it's a little bit longer, like some of our standard Toolbox talks, this could take up to about a minute or so. So please be patient, give it some time while it does its thing. But once it's done, at that point in time, it will generate a completely new version of this particular Toolbox talk for you to use going forward. Outstanding. So the Toolbox talk has just finished converting or translating into Portuguese. As you can see here, now we've got English, Spanish, and Portuguese. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save Topic, and it's that simple. So now we've got English, Portuguese, Spanish, all right from here. You do have some other options as well. You've got French, Russian, Ukrainian, and Vietnamese. In the event that you need a language that is not listed, go ahead and click on this little link right here to go ahead and let us know and request that a new language be added. In the event that you just don't need the topic anymore, you can easily simply either delete the actual language version. So you're not going to delete the entire topic, but you just want to get rid of that language. Or in the event that you do just want to get rid of the entire topic, you can always archive the topic right from here. The last thing I want to showcase with relating to Toolbox Talks is going to be our training history report. This is where you can truly come in here and you can dial in. You can see exactly where certain signatures took place. You can even see the actual digital signature that occurred. You can group this report by the employee, by the topic, by the date of the training or by the person who presented the training. And of course, you have additional filters up here at the top to really dig into your training records. And lastly, you can print and download a complete training transcript, again, fully branded for you and your business. And this will show you exactly which trainings took place, where they were, signatures on file, how many days since that training occurred, and so on and so forth. So absolutely fantastic. We're excited to hear your feedback on this. Definitely let us know. If you do have any additional product ideas or suggestions on how we can even make this better, feel free to click on the little question mark and then of course, click on share an idea. But as we continue on with the training, if we come under our admin settings, and I'm going to go ahead and click on employees and users, and I'm going to select my name, you're going to notice a brand new tab within the administration area. I'm going to move myself all the way up to the top just so I don't block anything on the screen. And now you're going to see a complete training history over on the left-hand side, what training got done, what Toolbox talks were presented or attended. But over on the right-hand side, you're going to see all of the credentials. Credential management allows you to now track all of your employees' licenses, certifications, and credentials. Could be driver's licenses, CDLs, could be their OSHA 10, their OSHA 30, their HAZWOPER, first aid, CPR, you name it, there is zero limit. So you absolutely have the ability to upload and create as many different trainings and credentials that you'd like. To add a new training, simply click on the plus sign here, and that will open up the new training window. You'll select the type, so we'll just say ICS, and come in and say the credential number. Maybe there isn't one, so the issuing organization will leave that blank as well. The date is today, and it does not expire. Of course, you can always upload a certification, so I'm just going to upload a fake driver's license. Let's do this, fake driver's license. But imagine this for me was an ICS certificate or something along those lines. And then, of course, we click on Save Credential. So at that point in time, it allows you to easily create these credentials right then and there. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next feature upgrade that took place within the SimplySub system. So the first thing is, let's head on over into the fields and forms and then click on jobs and projects. And then from here, you now have the ability to control which one of these particular properties or fields appears on the job cards within your job board. So let's head on over. I'm going to open the job board up in a new tab. And you're going to notice that on this 12308 Galway job, look at this. We've got our start date, end date, a project number, and also our milestone stage 1 status. So this allows you to truly get very creative and put a lot of information that you want on your job boards with ease. So let's just say that we wanted to come in and put the billing term, for instance, or let's just I think, what do we have here? Let's do let's do percent complete. That makes it simple. So we'll come in, click on the little gear, and we'll simply click on toggle and save changes. Now that that's done, let's go back to the job board and do me a favor, keep your eye right here for me on this card. As I reload this, you're now going to see percent complete, 80. Now you can do this for any custom field as well as standard field available. Now it not only shows up on this particular view, but it's also going to show up on the list view as well, which you can see over here. So it doesn't matter which view you prefer, this information is going to be available to you. But beyond that, let's see what else we did in this review or in this product release. We also added federal holidays over on the calendar view. So if we click on the planner view, and if we go out to, let's say, September, you'll see Labor Day appears. If we go out a little bit further, you'll see Veterans Day, Thanksgiving. A little bit further, you'll see Christmas, New Year's, and so on and so forth. I do want to be very clear, unfortunately, these are federally approved holidays. We have no control over this from a SimplySub standpoint. So these are the holidays that are provided to us as federally approved holidays. As of right now, you cannot add your own holidays or your own special days on your calendar. That is something that we're going to be releasing in future updates. But for right now, your federal holidays will now appear, not only for the current year, but the entire next year as well. So if we continue to go into 2027, you'll see New Year's, Martin Luther King, as well as we go out further to 2027. All of the 2027 holidays will appear here as well. So some other additional updates is now you can easily create products directly from your QuickBooks integration. So what this is going to allow you to do is head on over into the admin settings. If you have connected your QuickBooks, click on integrations, select QuickBooks Online and Manage. And then now what you'll do is you'll simply click on the button that says Manage Product and Services. And then from here, it's going to bring up a page of all of the products that have been mapped to your QuickBooks products. But additionally, previously what you were able to do is you're able to have a product already in SimplySub and map it to a product that's already in QuickBooks. But now you can click on QuickBooks items, and this is going to allow you to scroll down and quickly and easily find ones that are not yet in SimplySub and quickly create them in SimplySub right from here. So this allows you to have a bunch of products and services that are already in your QuickBooks that aren't yet in SimplySub, and now it makes it that much easier to create those products and services in SimplySub. So again, super easy, super simple. And then really the last kind of, I don't want to call this a major change, but the last change that's fairly significant is going to be in your employees. By default, now we are going to hide all of your disabled users. So if you want to re-enable them, click on the button in the top right-hand corner, and that will go ahead and allow you to re-enable them or re-see them. And then from there, you can click on their account, you can edit them as normal, and so on and so forth. But what this does do is it kind of declutters your interface and keeps it nice and neat and tidy. In addition, we've made some additional updates to your estimates and invoicing. Any estimate or invoice that has basically a zero tax rate, we're going to automatically hide all the tax related fields. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense to show subtotal, which was identical to the total, tax 0, grand total, and then the grand total amount. So what we've done is we've gone ahead, and if your tax rate on an estimate or on an invoice is 0, we just automatically go ahead and hide all of the tax related items. In addition, we've improved system communication internally between a lot of our internal systems. This is just going to produce a much more reliable user experience for you. Maybe you've run into an error every now and again, basically saying communication failure. The good news is those errors are a thing of the past, so you should not worry about them anymore. And then the last big one is definitely you're going to notice that the file uploads have exponentially been improved. So if I come in and I come over to this job, and I'll move myself down here again, and we click on Add File or Photo. We've improved the user interface, but not only that, we've also improved the back end, the reliability of handling much larger photos or many more photos or files as well. We now support up to 50 files to be loaded at a single time, which is absolutely fantastic. So you're out on the job, you can snap, bunch of photos, and then you can upload them all at once. So works absolutely fantastic, and the reliability when you're uploading very large photos or videos is so much more improved now. So you're going to notice that it completes without any failures or without any issues, where before, if you were uploading a very large file, you might have run into an issue here or there with connectivity dropping. The good news is we have resolved those issues, so you shouldn't run into them anymore. But beyond that, I think that's going to be about it. We've made additional performance improvements and other small bug fixes here or there, but that'll do it for the August 28th, 2026 product update announcement. If you do have any questions on anything that has been updated or improved or added to the system, please do not hesitate. Reach out to either myself, my entire team here at SimplySub. We're all here. We're all happy to help you at any moment in time. You don't need an appointment. Just give us a shout. Contact us on our live chat page as well. Simply click on the question mark and then simply click on Get Help. And you can live chat with me or my team Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But again, thank you so much for your business. We will continue to work hard for you as the upcoming months continue to come on. We've got a whole lot more that we are getting ready to build out and release by the end of this year. Really exciting stuff coming. So like I said, thank you so much for your business. Stay tuned for even more great things coming your way. Have a great one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.